guys, hope you're all well. So the weekend is here. So back on the GS for just another little job. So today I am going to do the mounting points for the fuel tank. I've had a few things come in the post, so we can now get this done. And it's another little job on the list, ticked off. So I'll show you in a minute. I've got a few things here and I'm hoping it'll work out okay and we'll get this mounted and sitting where it should be. Then after that, probably not in this video, we can then start the tail unit, whatever we're going to do there. I still don't know. Again, as usual, I'll make it up as I go along, I guess. But it's going to get there, it is. I'm still undecided about this exhaust bracket. I may do a little cutout in there. I may do that today. I'm not sure yet. I keep staring at it, and in my mind, I keep telling myself it needs something else doing to it. But we'll cross that bridge when I sort of come to it, when I decide. I've got to take the shock up again. Someone did mention a bar. I have got a bar, and I have now found it in my cleanup, but I actually need the shock in place for doing the saddle across the back of the frame there for the rear mounts of the tank. So I'm going to have to take that up again, and we'll just tack whatever we're doing there in place for now. But any heavier welding, I've now found the bar and we can take the shock off. Let's show you what I've got. Let's show you what I've got come. I was just looking for tank rubbers, and I came across this lot on eBay. And it's all in good condition. So we've got the big front mount rubbers, and we've got the rubbers for the rear, and including in all that was the saddle that goes across the frame. So I thought, you know what, that's going to work out well and make the job quite easy actually. Obviously this one, the bolts here that you see here would have been to bolt this to the GS1400 frame. Obviously our frame is completely different, so I'm hoping I can cut this down somewhere and it's going to suit the frame that we've got on the bike. Not sure if these will get used. We'll see how it sits when we've got some of the mounting points done. These obviously we'll definitely use. We'll turn some things down for these to like slide onto. But this, let's have a look. This will obviously go across the back here, and we've got the proper fixings for it. Everything's going to fit, and it should make the job really easy. Like I say, it's just got to be trimmed down and we'll weld it to this frame. Hence why I've got to leave the shock on, so we don't go and put this on and then, you know, if we have removed the shock and then go and put the shock on, then it all collides with this. So we'll take the shock back up again for this little job. And I think we'll get the rear mounting points done first, and then it'll be a bit of a fiddle about under the tank, trying to get it all marked out for the front mounting points. It's not the most exciting jobs, but it's got to be done. Anyway, I think we'll get on with it. Okay, a quick look, and what I can see is the cups that take the rubbers fall smack in line with the coils. So the idea of just bringing a bar out from the frame is not going to work. So what I think I'm going to have to do, which we'll take the tank off in a moment and have a look, is sort of make some mounting plates round the coils with the bars coming off that take the rubbers that slide into the cups on the tank. And I think we should still be able to get the coils in and out, hopefully. Anyway, let's take the tank off and have a proper look. So yeah, so we've got the cups here on the tank. I don't want to move them or anything. I don't want to disturb anything like that on the tank. Instead of that, right down, if we make some sort of saddles round the coils from the top spar of the frame down to here, and then do the mounting points for the rubbers just coming off them, and by the look of it we'll easily get the coils behind there, obviously when we take them off and put them back on. Shouldn't be a problem. It looks like the coils need mounting properly anyway, although I believe these are new coils. We may go for a full dyno system on this. Something I'm going to think about. So we'll have some posh coils and all the electrical side of it. It'll be all nice, new and fresh. Anyway, we'll find some metal and make some saddles over there. And then we'll go for the rear mounts. I did say I was going to do the rear mounts first, didn't I? But I thought, no, that's really a silly idea. Get the difficult bit done first, shove the tank on. We know exactly where it's going to sit because we're dealing with little 6mm fixings back here. So we want all that where it's comfortable so we get this bit right. Anyway, let's find some metal and get that bit done. Right, I've been having a bit of thinking time on this one. As simple as the job may seem, it's actually a bit fiddly. To get all the widths right, obviously it's quite easy to measure inside the tank and everything, but obviously it's got to fit nice and snug so the tank can't sort of slop about. So it's actually got to be quite precise. Too tight, the tank ain't going to go on. Too loose, like I say, it's going to slop about. So I think this might work. I've come up with these brackets. I'll show you how it fits in a minute. I've got to sort of fold that one. And these bits here that obviously drop into the rubbers. So these I've turned down on the lathe. You see that? Nothing elaborate. And these will fit to these plates. I think what I'll do is probably just weld these bolts on here so I ain't fiddling about. So I've got no space sort of between that and where the coils sit. So we won't even be able to get the bolts in really with that coils off and all that. So come up with that idea. This one will be folded obviously in the opposite way. And hopefully it'll work. And if I've got it slightly off, with these being able to take them off and on, I can either skim a bit more off in the lathe, or I can space them to get that distance absolutely smack on inside the tank. I'm hoping that'll work. I'm going to try it in a mo. Yeah, look, have a look. Obviously we're only roughing it out at the moment. So these will go like so, and one the other side. With the fold we'll have a bit of strength there. And the bits I've turned down in the lathe, like I've just showed you, on there. And hopefully the tank will slide on there, and if it's a bit sloppy we can pack them out. If it's a bit tight we can skim a bit more off in the lathe. And mess about till we've got it spot on. So So I'm going to fold the other one up, and then we'll tack everything together till we know it's right. I'll probably leave these all tacked until obviously the bike comes apart completely. I don't want to do no full welds around the engine and stuff like that. We'll wait till it all comes to bits. So let's fold the other one and see if it's going to work. Over to the wibbly wobbly vice. Get these good enough by eye, I think. Nearly there. Oh, I am a bit heavy-handed. I think we'll go with that. Right, I'll go and offer these up to the frame, and we'll take the paint off the frame in the right places and tack them on. Right, we welded them bolts onto the back of there, so they'll unscrew. We have about, I'm tripping up, 205mm between the two cups that take the rubbers. So we've got to try and work that out so we get that here so the tank's nice and snug. So we're a bit of messing about, a drop of luck, and a bit of thinking. We should get it about right, I think. This has actually took quite a while. As all jobs do, you can soon lose a hell of a lot of time. This is one of the things with building bikes. You do not realise how much time goes into these small jobs. I've said it before, if you added it all up it'd be quite scary, I think. I'd try and just get on with it, not think about it and just enjoy it. But yeah, I think it's going to work. Anyway, I'll get these tacked on and then we'll see if it does. Okay, we're nearly there. So we've got a very high-tech piece of measuring equipment, a welding rod, and that fits in there. So what we've got to do, like I said, we probably have to shave a bit off them bits we turned down in the lathe. So we've now got to get them the same width as that. And in theory, that should work. Well, that's a bit skimmed off them. Now to plonk the rubbers on and see if it all fits. Right, rubbers on. And fingers crossed, it's going to be all right. I'll say these are only tacked on, so if I need to make any changes, they're going to be easy to break off and sort out. So hopefully it'll be all right. Oh, yes. No side to side movement, slips on nice and easy. Oh, spot on. Yeah, look. Sits in the middle. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm pleased with that. Just the back one now then. That is spot on. Nice and snug. We've got the bracket that would have been on the GSX1400. Obviously it's not going to bolt to this frame, it's a lot different, but the mounting points are going to be absolutely spot on. So if I can cut this bracket so it drops into this frame and tack it on, that should be a good job sorted out. Okay. Oh, it's getting that time of day again. That bracket had a bit of a trim. There's not a lot of it left, but it's quite a thick plate, still nice and strong, and I think it's going to fit just right. Should be the last job of the day tacking this on. I don't even know what the time is. Not that that matters. I'm doing something wrong. I am. What am I doing? I'm missing a bit off. First dumb idiot moment of the day. That probably means it's time to stop. Missed a bit of the damn rubber off. I'll try that again and get the other bits. Yeah, it'd help if I put them on as well, wouldn't it? It's been a long day on this. Yeah, it has. I'm dropping things and all sorts. Here we go. Right, let's get that one on first. At least that's one that can't fall off. Right, now this one. Ah, there's the bolt, the one I've just knelt on. Misses the shock, plenty of space in there. One little tack each side on that and we'll weld that properly. We'll take the shock out of the way, not today though. Put that bar in. Now I know it goes all around the shock and clears it. Yeah, that's quite tidy actually. So there we are. One tank fixed. Believe it or not, 8 hours later. The time just disappears, doesn't it? And I haven't stopped. I really haven't. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of sitting down and just sort of staring at the blank page if you wish and thinking how you're going to do it. But 8 hours to mount a tank, to me that sounds ridiculous. But that's what it's taken. It sounds crazy. But there you go, it's done. Obviously we've not had much change in appearance because the tank was already sat on it. But it's a job well done. I'm glad that one's out of the way actually, because we can start sort of planning what we're going to do with that tail unit. I still have no idea yet, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. We've still got to do the gusset tube for the other side. It's Saturday now, so I'll probably do a bit on this tomorrow. Yeah, I think start getting it in my head what I'm going to do with that seat unit. So yeah, 8 hours of chatting away to myself and getting a tank mounted. Tracy came up with a funny thing. Was it last night? She reckons I've started talking to myself a lot. She's put it down because I'm in here talking to myself a lot. Well, I'm talking to you guys in my head. Yeah, I'm doing the toast. I'm doing things like, I'll get the toaster out. Oh, there's the bread. Right, get the bread. I'll put the bread in the toaster. Didn't realise I was doing it. Obviously, doing this has just sent me crazy. Well, even crazier. Never mind. It's all fun. Anyway, I'm quite pleased with the progress. Obviously, still a hell of a lot to do. And there'll be a hell of a lot of changes still, and mind changing, no doubt. I'm guessing that I'm going to try and keep the tail unit simple. So I just don't want to go over the top where it looks. I just want to try and keep it very simple, but sort of good looking, if you know what I mean. Not like myself. But anyway, I think that'll do. It will. In the next video, I think I'm going to read some names out. Still a lot of people who have bought the special sticker, and we haven't got your address. So if you're thinking, where has your sticker gone? It's probably a case that we haven't got your address. So I think the easiest option is, at the beginning of the next video, I'm just going to get all the names on the piece of paper that Tracy's got, and I'm going to read you all out and pop my email up on the screen, and just email me your address. I think it's the simplest way, because I want everybody to get their sticker. Although, you know, if for some bizarre reason some of you haven't got a sticker by, when did I say I'll shut it? 20th of December. You will still be in the draw. You'll still have a number, and by hook or by crook, we'll find a way of tracing you down if you have won the bike and it's one that we haven't got your address. So don't panic if you haven't. You're in the draw. If that PayPal payments come in, you're in the draw and you've got a number. So I don't want no one to panic thinking we've missed you out. We haven't missed nobody. Just a few addresses, obviously, so we can't get the sticker to you. But yes, next video I'm going to read some names out and hopefully track you all down so you can get your sticker. And obviously it's much appreciated. Everybody who's bought one, it's so much appreciated. And hopefully someone out there is going to get a bike that they're happy with. If not, I guess you'll get a few quid for it if you sell it. It's one of them. I'm enjoying doing it anyway. It's something a bit different. And hopefully it will look a lot different to any other GS850 out there. That's the plan. I guess there's some nice ones out there. I ain't really searched, but hopefully it'll look all right. Well, not hopefully, it will. I'll make sure it will. Also, in case you didn't see in the other video, got all the patrons. All the patrons, again, thank you very much. Obviously you guys are a massive help, because it's a monthly thing, and that helps keeps the wheels rolling on this thing. So if you didn't see in my other video, I'm doing a monthly draw for all the Patreons, so you can win some of the Doghouse merchandise. So each month, the first video of each month, I will call a name out. I've even got your name's going into my little tub. All high tech, mixing bowl, whatever it is. Was it a measuring jug, isn't it? I stole it out of the kitchen, so. So yeah, all the patrons' names are in there, ready for me to pick one out at the beginning of December, that will be. And I'm going to do that every single month. Every single month a patron will win the choice of some off the Doghouse Teespring site. So you can go on there, choose a t-shirt, a hoodie, face mask, whatever, and I'll post it out to you. So yeah, I think that will do. I'm tired, as usual, at this time of day, so I'm going to wrap it up and call it a day. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.